Welcome to ESI Africa. This is your Power and Energy Go-To channel. Today I'm in conversation with Mr. Sadiq Mohammed, who is joining us all the way from Nigeria. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you.
Good, thank you very much. So we were engaged in conversation in the CEO forum around challenges of liquidity. Now I want to ask you at distribution level, what challenges are you facing and how best can we resolve them from a electric distribution level perspective?
Well, in a nutshell, I think there are a cocktail of issues, if I might put it that way. Firstly, looking at, in terms of liquidity, we need to look at issues around tariffs, the cost reflectivity of tariffs. There is need to ensure that tariffs are cost reflective, such that any investments that are put into the system can be recovered back as an investor would expect. Aside the tariff, we're looking at issues around subsidies. Yes, subsidies are not a bad thing. However, if you're going to have a subsidy regime, you need to ensure that subsidies align with operations, meaning when subsidies are in place, you need to ensure that they're paid on time and so on. Additionally, there are issues around maybe institutional governance to ensure that our governments in Africa ensure that we have the right governance to ensure we plan better, we budget better, such that the operator, the utility, is able to actually recover monies for energies consumed.
Can I just ask you, in terms of cost-reflective tariffs, I mean, we've had this conversation for years now. Can tariff really come to a stage where they become cost-reflective without burdening the consumer?
Well, I can say yes. We have seen, I think in the past decade or so, in particular in Nigeria, where the privatization exercise happened around 2013, I think tariff setting and also cost reflectivity of tariff has been a burning issue because we know that governments, talking generally, are interested in protecting consumers that are unable to pay. But of course, in the past maybe couple of years, we've seen a dramatic shift in Nigeria where we have the banding system, where there is cost reflectivity under a band A, what you call the band A tariff, where tariffs are cost reflective. And the idea is to see how we can maximize supply to an area where you have 20 hours plus supply a day, but you will be expected to pay fully for the tariff or the energy that is being delivered to you. So definitely there's interest to support those that can pay, but the critical thing is the dichotomy between the cost of electricity being paid for in full over an agreed period, and we can see the impact of maybe not paying a subsidy regime where it's been agreed that it will be paid. And this has a direct impact not only on the utility but also on the transmission and of course the generation and backed up to the gas suppliers as well.
Yeah. So let me shift your attention a little bit and discuss something the CEOs are discussing, the issue of energy theft. What is the state of play in Nigeria? Is this a phenomenon that you are picking as well?
As you would agree with me, energy theft is not really a problem in Nigeria. It's a problem in Africa. It's a problem all over the world. It's about human beings not wanting maybe some to pay for energy consumed. But in Nigeria, we have seen a huge change in how we're able to curtail electricity theft. For my distribution company, for the utility I work for, we have found a way to ensuring we redesign a network to ensure that the meter is actually away from the customer, where we put the meter on a pole, where we're able to actually see the working of the meter from the back end to ensure that the meters are not tampered with. We've seen actually a very positive impact where revenues jump maybe threefold as a result of ensuring that we protect the infrastructure from the customers. And we have happier customers because they're having more seamless supply of electricity.
That's a very good initiative. I'm sure all CEOs listening to this will also find it interesting. Now, you have attended the CEO Forum over the last 3 days. In a nutshell, what are the key takeaway points?
The key takeaway points for me, coming from a distribution point of view, I can see how the criticality of investment in infrastructure, and this criticality of investment not only in distribution, but also in transmission and generation to some extent. That's one. And the second takeaway for me is I've learned a lot about the innovative ways that private sector investment can actually leverage on the working with governments to see how investments can be recovered over a period of time, and part of that investment also being covered by governments. And then finally, we've been able to see a lot of new technology. We've seen a few metering entities who have showcased a lot of new technologies and innovation, which would help to drive the desired change for us in distribution subsector.
Mr. Sadiq, it's always a pleasure to talk to you, man. I hope to do this sometime again. But if you have enjoyed this interview, please remember to share, subscribe, and reshare with your network, and catch you on the other side.